Greetings, this is Rusty of Rusty's No Man's Sky, and we are now viewing the last episode of Fresh Starts for the Poison Planet. Stick around to the end. I'll be discussing the options for next week and what I expect to be doing, which is basically I'm not going to run through another 6-hour episode on a new start or series. I'm going to do really short 15 to 20, maybe 30-minute episodes, just long enough to get a new character to their starship and repair it and get it off the ground into space. There's lots more we can do, but once you've gotten to that point, pretty much anything you've seen me do here in this episode or this series for Poison Planet applies there. I mean, we could very easily find a new Poison Planet to set up a base on, which was what we did in episode 2, and go through all the same things in episodes 3, 4, 5, and what we'll see in this episode. So the important part is really just getting started and getting that starship up and moving. So that's the plan for next week. I expect to do 4 to 5 starts, maybe another 6. I would really be surprised if we get 6. Actually, it'd be 3 to 5 starts. And then we'll start looking at doing other things as well. I'll probably include last week and this week's weekend episodes of the Quicksilver missions, so you can see what you can do once you've got about 40 to 50 hours of gameplay in. I'll be doing other things. I may bring each of the saves up to, each of the characters up to about the same point where we end this episode, and show you a new series of, okay, from here, what do you do? There are a lot of options, and that's where things get kind of interesting. As far as I'm concerned, other people, maybe you're not interested in it, you just want to get started and do your own thing. That's fine too. This is a game where it really is. Do what you'd like to do. If hang out with friends, great. If you want to do things on your own, this game is really very good about being something you can do to just get out of whatever your day-to-day mindset is and into a relaxed mood, and where you know that what you've accomplished is stuff that you've done, not that is a bunch of stuff that you had to do because somebody else needed it. In any case, this episode we are going to end up with our freighter, and we'll get a frigate mission going. We won't hear back from him, and I don't know that I'll be recording from that point on this series when we do the other characters, but we will be doing something later on as well. So here we go. And as you may remember, we picked up our cargo slot from the drop pod, and we from there took off, got into our starship. We're going to do a little bit of checking around. I do believe we're going to maybe going straight into space. The question at the time was, have we gone through 3 or 4, or how many jumps have we made? Because when you do the start, you at the exit of your 5th jump, you end up being able to get into a battle to collect a freighter. So what I'm looking for at this point, since I've got the economy scanner, I'm coming up with a lot of planets where I've got nothing in there. Maybe I don't have the economy scanner actually installed? Let's see. that's kind of what it looks like. So we'll head off here, and we'll see what... Yeah, that's right. I need some parts for that economy scanner to get it fully up and running. Okay, they landed in a field of asteroids. So we are not at a planet or a system where the battle for a freighter happens. We have to do at least one more jump, maybe two, we'll see. But at the moment, let's see, we've got a high radio planet and no moons. Where's ours? We've got a few freighters out here, but not what I'm looking for. Okay, there was the space station. Let's head over there real quick. Or no, maybe I'll go down to the planet first. Space stations are kind of all organized the same. We've got different things that happen, but we've got very little right now to sell at a space station, and we need more money for the parts we need for this economy scanner. So let's head over. Quick pulse jet engine boost to get to the planet, and now we get drop through in the atmosphere. And once we get below the cloud deck here, we'll do a scan of the area, see if we've got any buildings and structures in the area. Usually they'll be handy for finding resources as well. I'm not seeing anybody in the area. I have had some mixed results with that first scan, but you know, let's put in here and have a quick run around and see what's going on. Now we've got flying creatures this time, and let's do a quick scan of that. Oh, it looks like flying dragons. Hopefully they don't breathe fire, but pretty sure they won't, and we generally don't interact with them. Okay. Got a Sweetbrood, we've got some sort of creature here. Looks like he's elderly, asymptotic, skittish. He's algae. Okay. We've got here another creature. Constantly moving. And that gives us drawing a little bit of income from it, and we've got some sort of a building over there. Not sure what it is. Let's go head over there and see if we can spot it. Maybe we've got a minor settlement or something close by that we just didn't see as we were coming in. I will admit that, oh, well, that's not a minor settlement by any means. Okay, we got a creature. We can't scan it that fast, so time to change weapons, and let's take him out. And wow. Okay, so we got him. Let's scan because, you know. Okay, he's rational, reckless. Diet is birds. We don't look like birds, do we? His bait is pheromone sacs, so I'm not sure how we make that yet. We'll find out, sure. Alright, again, if you pop back into your starship, okay, well, your health recovers, shielding, etc. So, well, that's kind of interesting. Can we walk out on this thing? Well, looks like we can. And we get another creature over there. And that looks like the same creature we just scanned. Right. So, alright. Not seeing what I usually see in caves down here. But that's okay. This is, looks like it's a result of mining activity of some sort. Let's pop on down to the bottom and see what we got. Yeah, it looks kind of like normal build or normal ground other than the fact it's a tunnel through it. So I'm guessing that at some level there are mining equipment that does that kind of work to the ground, maybe harvesting large quantities of something that is now gone. We can't see it. Alright, we got some hazardous fauna, the normal type. I'm going to leave it alone. Occasional glowing red blots coming up in the air. I think that's just an artifact of the fact that we're in a radioactive environment. Alright. Recharge that health. And with some oxygen or a battery or something. And continue on. Ran out of go juice here. We gotta continue on to find out what's going on. Looks like there's some buried technology or salvage technology out there somewhere. Maybe we can add some of that to this mission. Okay, and we've got this Silly Install Exocraft Signal Booster mission in our log that really is kind of useless because we don't have an exocraft at this point. One of those things that we'll pick up along the way, but we do need to catch up with it later. Okay, and there is that monolith again, or plaque or something. We'll see it in a little bit. Collect some credits for units for these minerals that we haven't done anything with. We got something up there, but it's not moving at the moment. Excuse me. Perhaps when we get closer we'll be able to scan it. Okay, there they are. They're moving, so now we should be able to scan them. Yes, these creatures spawn, and apparently what we saw there before they actually physically spawned was their spawn points. And the spawn point is a result of getting close enough to them for the system to actually spawn. Alright. And getting a little, or landing from a little too high. And that is a way to outrun the creatures, is just bump the right mouse or right shoulder button and then hit your jetpacks, and you'll end up going a little bit faster than if you just hit your jetpacks. And if you're already running when you bump your shoulder button, right shoulder button, it will take you even further and faster. And we're just outside of range for that plant. If you hit your pulse jet or jets as you're going uphill, you do stay close enough to the ground to not need to worry too much about it. But coming down from flying higher just takes a little bit. Okay, looks like we got 2 tech modules here, or tech module recovery points, and picked up 4 salvage data as a result. Alright. Okay. There's another building over, or there's that building over here, never mind. There's our starship. We've got other things going on around us, but I don't see any more technology to dig up in environment or in the area. So let's recharge our protection and then recharge our multi-tool. Actually, health. We'll leave the multi-tool for now. The terrain manipulator. It's going to need some recharging soon, but doesn't need it quite yet. Alright. This looks like something. What have we got here? Oh, we got a plaque on the ground. Korvax plaque. Exams of Luron Bank. The ancient marker hums at a frequency that burrows deep. Knowledge paves the way to the understanding of probability. The Atlas spoken fragments. The Atlas interface are their shadows. The monoliths are their scattered children. Together they convey the wisdom of the infinite. They must be understood. Now we can seek knowledge of the past or seek help with language. My knowledge of the Korvax language increases. Pick up at least a word, if not a couple of them. Alright. So we scan that. And that has cobalt and salt. Alright. But we've got a full suit, so we might be able to pick up the cobalt, but we're not going to get the salt at this point. And that's what the know for inventory full message was about. Like I say, we've got a place for this. Okay. And this time we picked up a geode, and again I got an inventory full because we got the geode, which is more cobalt, or ionized cobalt. Looks like it's more cobalt, but wasn't able to get the salt. Alright, well, let's keep looking around. Three condensed carbon. We could probably recharge a multi-tool element with that, but alright. So, what have we got over here? Oh, looks like we got a cave. And anything worth pursuing in this cave? Not seeing a lot right now, but, well, there's these things, and that's more cobalt and salt. So let's give it a try. We get some cobalt. And this time, do we get salt too? Or just cobalt? There we got some salt. So now we're getting cobalt and salt, and then we get this nothing found. That's where we would have gotten another of the geodes, which, because we don't have a suit slot for it right now, it just comes up as nothing found. Because it can't add it to our inventory, and we can't get it back, so... But we're here picking up cobalt, we're here picking up salt, and... We can pick those up, both up. And they both are things that can be sold for currency. That's, oh, we better take care of the hazardous flora. That gives us some oxygen or sodium. Looks like we got some sodium this time. More cobalt, maybe some salt. And I think that's almost everything in this cave. So let's head back out. It's evening. And while the sentinels are observant, they are not excessively aggressive, it looks like. Alright, back to our starship. Let's pick up some sodium along the way. You never know when that last bit of sodium may come in absolutely critical.
Radiation protection.
Stay away from the plant. We don't really care about at the moment. We might need the oxygen, but like I said, we don't really care about it at the moment, so let's keep on heading to the starship. And there's a beastie, and he's not going to catch us. Okay. Now we've got some launch fuel, so let's recharge. And we can find some uranium. We can use that as launch fuel as an alternative. But we really shouldn't need to. We've got lots of options for getting launch fuel at the moment. Hey, there's one unknown building. Let's have it pop over to that. It's very close. Alright. What have we got here? Well, I'm not seeing any huge buildings, but I am seeing... Oh, we got a trade terminal ball again. And just like last time, it's nice to find them at times. And let's interact with it. And we need to, we can unload some things. We got 33,000 units, and we need a bit more than that. Salvage data would be substantial if we were to sell it, but I'm not going to sell salvage data, even 10 of it. So nav data is not worth very much. We just picked up about 30,000 for that. Let's get rid of the Mordite. I'm not so sure about the grab area. Oh, there's a salt we've got. There's 64,000 and something. Get rid of the salt too. That looks like everything we're going to sell this time. Let's see, what have we got to buy from? Phosphorus, which we really don't need right now. Pyrite, we'll need later. Okay, I don't know if there should be microprocessors. There we go. Let's see, we can pick up 5 microprocessors easily. So let's get 6. There might be something I need a microprocessor for that I don't remember at the moment. But I know I need 5 for the economy scanner. So let's contribute that. There we go. Now we just need a wiring loom. And I don't know if 57,000 is quite enough for that. And we need some chromatic metal. Well, that means copper, so we'll look for that too. Check to see if the inventory of the system includes copper and or chromatic metal. I'm not seeing any, so nope, no, apparently not. We'll have to harvest it if we're going to get any. Alright. A little bit more sodium. We're going to need that for the sodium nitrate. And maybe pick up some stuff here. Well, ammunition. A little bit of sodium. Maybe some more sodium. Let's do a scan around. Oh yeah. Yeah. If we're too close to the starship when we go to hit the beacon or pick up something that's underneath it or something, it will take us to load us into the starship instead of activating the beacon in this case. So something to keep in mind. Alright. We got another nav data. Fun. Alright. Recover our shields. Alright, back in. Oh, we're gonna take off. Maybe we've got enough? Nah. Okay, maybe we've got enough. There's the flying go to the space station. Again, we're on the planet closest to the space station, so the entrance is on our side. Not perfectly lined up, but it's on the right side at least. And out of the starship. Let's pick up that suit slot. Let's put in, yeah, that's only 5,000 for that. That'll work. All right. Okay, so we need a wiring loop. And I'm used to by now one of these starships landing. Okay, our exosuit looks a lot like a spacesuit, including a spacesuit helmet. We got a backpack that includes a scanner module. That's the little thing that's searching around, watching everything. We've got radios, both for the scanner module and ourselves, our helmet. I've never used that sun shield on the starship or on the helmet, but it's there. Possibly it automatically deploys when we're looking at the sun or something, but I don't really see it get used. Alright, he's the first guy that landed, so let's do business with him. Alright, 44,000 for a wiring loop, so we can get one. And that's what we'll do. And leave. Now let's go fill up the another Explorer. And we'll set back there another shuttle. Another cute little shuttle. A23. Alright. And an A23 is actually a pretty reasonable sized shuttle. Alright. Back into space. Probably should have saved there, but alright. Now, as a point of awareness, whenever possible, if you've got the option of trading with Starship pilots, do your best to take that instead of trading with the trade terminals. Sometimes you're limited to terminals, but otherwise not always. Okay, so do we end up at a space battle when we jump out or get out of Ford? Or maybe not. We'll see. But we will end up in a wealthy system. So, clear space, but no announcement of any battles. So, apparently, didn't we? This is now our fourth jump. So the earlier jump was our third. Which, when you think about it, when you go back. Our first jump, we ended up getting the formula for the antimatter housing from the Korvax on the trading or at the trading post. Did some investigating. Found a formula for antimatter at an abandoned building. Our second jump, we ended up finding more antimatter at a monolith, and then as we left the monolith and jumped back into space, we did, well, before we jumped into space, we did get to a beacon and back to, or up to a freight, or up to the minor settlement. And okay, so we've got a couple of frozen planets, and what's the a desolate moon. So let's head to the irradiated planet. And then after we left that one, we ended up on our, or left the minor settlement. We hopped into space and were immediately informed of, started the mission where we're talking with Artemis. We're not done with Artemis by a long shot with this save, but it's one of those things that will take some time and go and visit him or talk with him more. But we did, or as a result of talking with him, we ended up with a starship. A new starship, so our third one. Again, damaged, so we're not using it because we'd have to fix it up first to make use of all the extra slots that it has. We did fix it enough for it to fly, so in the future we can call upon it if we need something for 1 or 2 spaces of storage. But that's not something absolutely critical. Alright, what have we got in the area? Okay, we got some life forms. Scan. Okay, there we go. 1,600 units for that life form. Shadow some starships flying by. There's a couple of birds up there. Salt deposit. There we go. That gets us something that we might be able to use. Another salt deposit. Is that closer? Nope, that one's closer. So let's head over to that salt deposit. After all, from what we've seen so far, if you've got salt, you can turn that into more money for the same amount of space as just about everything else we've got available at the moment. And another life form up there. Is there more stuff to scan? A decent sized deposit, it looks like. Switch to the terrain manipulator and start collecting salt. And a little bit of silica dust. Sometimes it's tough to get that last fragment of it. Again, if you scan the area, you'll get a grid of where the resource is, but it's not absolutely critical that you get every last bit of it. Usually it's just enough to get as much as you need for whatever you're doing. And it's useful to get a little bit more at times, because then you'll have some more for other things that happen in the area. Okay. Scan that creature because it's large enough to see. And he's aggressive. His diet is small animals. Alright. There's somebody. And he's eating petals. Looks like he's a small animal. Alright. And we will head off, and there we go. We've got some temporary technology we can pick up. And up and running. Did punch, but there wasn't a lot of run to go with it, but we got going moving a little bit. And 50s, 49, you away. Closer and closer we get. And our suit, or our shields recover. Basically, we get our health back. We're not getting into any more danger. Damage. Alright. So, fighter and explorer together side by side. Hey, there's another technology module.
Radiation
Okay.
protection falling.
Checking to see if we've got any other stuff over here that we went by. Nothing comes to mind. Oh, there's another technology module there. That one is 165. This one's 130. I'll go to 130 first. And somebody we haven't seen before. So scan him.
Units received.
And we get units. Generally need some, looks like ground meat for bait. We'll have to work out how we get that sometime. Okay. And picked up, hey, 4 modules for that one. Well, 4 pieces of data. Yeah. Okay. He's reckless and so forth. Not sure if he's more reckless than we are, though. As you can tell, you get the icon for the module in your upper scanner as well. It currently tells us what direction north is, and will tell us what direction south is in a bit. Alright, another flying creature to scan. Okay, we'll try this one instead. Maybe we'll get both of them with that. Yep, we'll get both of them. 1,000 units for that one. He's apparently a very common creature. You get differing amounts of units depending upon the rareness of the creature you scan. I probably should recharge that too, yes. And oxygen would be good. Okay. To the life support. Back to the starship. He punched us at the same time we took off, so got a little bit of damage. Almost running out here. Oh well. Let's not do anything further to bring us hurt. You know, like hang around one of those creature plants too much. Alright. Over to our starship. And there we're starting recovery again. And onto the Radiant Pillar. Back. Let's go into space. There's a lot that we could see here. You know, it's time to unload that one. So let's unpin the formula. And now we've got the Alone in the Skies mission again. Alright. So back into space. And we can go heading to other planets or moons. The space station. So let's see what we got as far as planets and moons and stuff. That's some tritium. Okay, there's the space station. Not going to scan the planets and moons. maybe we just get out of here. What we did not get as a result is a exosuit module, I believe, but you know, we can live without a couple of them. And if we did land on that space station at some point, we can always go back to that system, or we can fly back to the system at some point. As it is, let's see if we can find a level 3 planet. Well, and probably be good if it was either in range or something that we could get or fly to. Alright. There we go. Corvax. And put a marker, clear the marker. Let's head over.
Hostile ships approaching.
Hey, engaging attack ships. Attack ships in the area? Where'd they go? Where are they? Somewhere over here. Ah, there he is. Let's close on him, but he's out of range. Let's get out of these asteroids. Right. Oh, he flew by. TIE fighters? Well, not TIE fighters, but explorers. Got some tritium. Alright. The trick to this is if you shoot where the circle is, your ammunition will end up hitting the starship. Now we're not aiming at the right starship right now, but we do a damage. We thought dealing with it later. So, alright. So there's a lead circle. Basically, this is where the starship is going to be. Now, it's making that assessment based upon what direction it's actually traveling at the time, not upon what turns it's making. So, may or may not be leading proper. Fire into the spot where it ends up being. But, alright. Hey, I wouldn't mind that hauler. He's a pirate right now, so he's a legitimate target. Right. Now... that might have been a... Whoops, there. Got him. And that's that starship that we shot at earlier. Medium hauler or small hauler. Doesn't have any side wings. Alright, one more down. That's it. Okay, now what? Oh, hey. Trailblazer, Novice, destroyed 5 starships, warped 5 times. Emergency comms. Okay. Mayonnaise get life form, who must be the captain of this freighter, looks greatly relieved. They gesture as if welcome. Okay.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Okay. Well, let's go visit. Alright. And we get the icon glowing above saying, yes, head this direction for talking with the guy. And so forth. Other starships are landing. Who we could do trades with. Alright. Now, we really want a large freighter, but at this stage in the game, we usually only get small freighters or medium, but we can get anything from a C to an S, C, B, A, or S. Okay. They gesture towards the control panel of their freighter as if to suggest I take command. Well, let's take a look. Well, it's A with 19 slots. Take the ship, yes. Will not cost us anything at this point. Alright. Captain's happy that we're taking over. Salute him, and alright. We got a blueprint. Obviously, we can set up a portable base on the freighter. Korvax is pleased to calculate routes for the traveler captain, but okay. Freighter needs some stuff. Well, okay. Oh, wait a minute. We got this glowy thing, and it's actually behind us. Where is the? There it is. It says it's definitely behind us. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Well, I don't have any frigate fuel. Maybe I need to look at the manage the fleet, see what we got. Okay. Well, that didn't do it either. Oh, now he's got the icon over me. Did I hit him just too early? Okay. Oh, now we get to build a base. Stuff. Okay. We need a freighter command, fleet command room. No, they got something in the way here, so let's get rid of that. Now we can put a freighter command room here. You know, I only have one freighter, but having a couple extra rooms, not a bad thing. A bit more, yeah. Okay. Oh, nope, missing components. I need more silver. Out of silver. Okay, well. Up in, we got an icon here, so we need to do something here. Calibrate, command post, etc. Master. Okay, profile indicates frigate fuel is available. Download. Oh yes, download the frigate fuel. And we learned 3 items. 50 to we got 200 tons. Blueprint recorded. Alright. Let's see. We got a full suit again. What's up with that? Okay. Wait a moment. Okay, well. Oh, there, we got frigate fuel. We should probably move that over here so that the frigates can make use of it. Alright. And let's move the salvage data over here, stack it. 29 units now. Alright, well, still need chromatic metal for that. Alright, let's go talk to our navigator. And he says, yes, I've got new expeditions for him. Let's view the expeditions. Alright, we got a balance. Let's pick that just so we can take a look at what we've got, what our starship is, or our frigate is. So we add a ship to this expedition. We get a B-class trade clipper, so no, we don't want him on a balance, but well, let's go ahead and set him out on a short trade mission. And well, that's all we've got available, so let's let him go. And of course the mission wants us to quickly check in with the fleet control room, but let's go take a look around the ship a little bit. We've got this whole big area back here. What we're going to do with that? Lots of options, I suppose, but hey, green box. And this one didn't ask us or offer make us try to do anything with rusted metal. Alright, well, there's our hexagon, icon, fleet command. Alright. Command online, calibrating fleet command, etc. Speak with commander. Greetings, traveler entity. The expedition has covered 196 light years, and I estimate our plotted route will take further 0 hours, 55 minutes, and 57 seconds. Examine? Okay, well, let's take a look at the starship a little bit closer. Okay, he's 3% of the way towards becoming an A. He's got combat, exploration, and industrial as well as trade, so we could get him on a lot of different missions. Maybe that balanced would have been a good move for him. But, alright, well, it is what it is, so I guess we survive with, or live with what we've got. Okay, back out. And back out. And we're done. Now, it's going to sit there until the end of this mission, I think. But, let's take a look around. We got this great big freighter. Where can we take it? Well, what's going on? I can't seem to move anything. Just so you know, when I recorded the video, I was having a wonderful time dealing with one of our cats, and the mouse moved under my leg, and I was actually holding a mouse button down. So it would not let me do anything with any of the ships, because every time I went to do something, it would clear the menu. Oh well. We'll figure that out in a little bit, but it does take some time, and it causes a lot of confusion. Confusing effects. So I'll pretty much leave it where we are. Okay. Nothing really to report there. Right, they're not. This is definitely frustrating, isn't it? And we'll get it worked out at some point, but it'll be a few minutes. Let's head down to our starship. And whatever mouse button I'm in has an interesting effect. Or mouse button I'm pressing has an interesting effect when we jump aboard our starship. It pops us right back out. Okay. We'll scan the new starship that just showed up, and it just pulses us through the telescope. Okay, that's not useful. Well, maybe it's something wrong here? Alright, well... let's pop over to this end of the shuttle base. The landing bands. Okay. Alright. We got an Explorer of some sort. A C-15 Explorer. We can at least get that. No, haven't figured it out yet. So, pop down, reload autosave maybe? No, I guess I can't do that. Try again. And it just goes away. Okay. And somewhere in here I figure out what's going on. Yeah, we're off the mouse. Okay, so we could quit to mode select. I'd rather not, though. I just wanted to validate that we could. So, we'll exit out of that. And have a look around. Alright. Yeah, we need some warp fuel if we're going to take the freighter anyplace. And I don't have the stuff to make antimatter right now. Well, now that we're off the mouse, maybe if we take the fighter, we can run over to the space station and see what we can do. We are fairly close to the space station now. There it is. Just so everybody's aware, when we enter a system from warp, whether it's in our starship or in the freighter, we end up actually really close to the space station. Sometimes too close, but in some, or at some level, fairly close. Alright. Pop up here, let's pick up another suit slot. Yep, we'll put it into technology. And got to thinking about it, and without some antimatter, can't send the freighter anywhere on space, so on the space station, and pick up the suit tech. Rather than hang around trading with the locals, head over to the teleport, bring, and head back to base. And that's it. As soon as we get back to base, we are done with the episode. I do hope this series has helped you understand a bit more about what's going on with No Man's Sky at the very beginning. All the missions at this level level are about making it possible for you to succeed in the game. Yes, you can die. I may do a play where I just constantly let my character die from whatever. Whatever I can think of, anything. It's not mandatory, but you definitely can play that way. I just don't think it's a very effective gameplay method. Tentative plans for the next week. are to do short, and I really do mean short, as in about 15 to 30 minute episodes of the very start on as many of the other environments as I can pull up. Those should be radioactive planet, a frozen planet, and a barren planet at the very least, possibly a hot planet, and if it sets us up with one, on a verdant planet. I'm not expecting that fifth one, but at least the first three, possibly the fourth. In any case, all we're looking at doing for those saves is that first 15 to 30 minutes of gameplay where we get started, bring in or get resources, fix a couple of pieces of equipment in our possession, figure out where our starship is, go to the starship, fix what we can, head over to a shelter where plans for a hermetic seal are, pick up a hermetic seal, and back to the starship, finish getting the starship all fixed up, and head up in the air. All of that should be 15 to 30 minutes of play. I can do very probably all 5 episodes, or all 4, 3 to 4 or 3 to 5 episodes inside of a couple of hours on Sunday. Maybe even some today, we'll see. In any case, there are lots of other things we can do from there. Once we've got, independently, I'll take each of those saves up to having a freighter. Those are very basic things that we go through, and we can do lots of other things, lots of different variations on the theme to get there, but it's kind of a common process to get from having a flying space or starship to getting to the freighter. What we did through here, you can do on different planets. Sometimes it's a little easier, sometimes it's harder, and so on. Getting up to but there are other things we can do as well. You saw me rearrange things on the multi-tool. I rearranged things as far as technology on my exosuit. We can rearrange things on our starships and on the freighter as well. Right now, the 2 starships that we've got besides the Radiant Pillar are on the freighter. That happens anytime the freighter warps, or we warp out of a system. All of our starships and stuff go to the freighter, except for the starship that we are currently using. That's, as far as I'm concerned, a great way to play. There are different things that happen otherwise. But, also, what what would you like to see happen? As I've said, I've got some ideas, but if you've got questions and you want to see how something is done, let me know. One of the things I want to do is walk through each page of our mission logs and discoveries and options and stuff, because there are things that you may find it useful to do in play, like move to single player mode. I haven't done that yet, but it hasn't been an issue. The only time we ended up with other players at this early in the game was when we went to the anomaly. In any case, if you've enjoyed the 6-hour series or any specific episodes, please give the episodes that you've enjoyed a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, turn on notifications and to be advised of fresh content when it's being posted. I'm also on twitch.tv when I live stream. You can find out where to find me there and on other media in the description of this video. Hit the Show More tag. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk with you again soon. Take care.